How's it going, everybody? And welcome to episode 38 of the Ready Game Fire podcast. I'm your host, Chris Fox, and with me today is Kye Connolly.
Hello.
Jamie Rathbone.
Hello.
And Nicholas Deering.
What's up?
With a little moustache. For charity.
For charity.
How much have you raised then?
I don't know. It's not me who's organising it. It's like a team thing at work.
Oh, okay. So you've just got someone's word for it that it is for charity.
There's a page set up. I've seen the page.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope there is anyway, because I donated money today, didn't I? So.
Looks good though, like I said.
Thank you. I think so.
It does
keep
suit
it. I might keep it. Yeah, I might keep it.
Mine needs to be done.
Do you think you should keep it, Kye?
Yes.
Right, I'm keeping it.
Settled.
Done.
Today, get your 50p's / quarters at the ready. We're talking about the arcade scene, or the lack thereof these days. Boo-hoo. Aren't we all sad about that? We'll be talking about that later on, plus the news, plus independent boning, which is Jamie's indie gaming news, plus the kyePhone Brap Store, which is Kye's mobile gaming reviews, plus a brand new feature from Kye.
Yes.
And nothing from Nick, as per usual.
Yeah. I used to have a feature. What are you talking about?
You got the moustache, you know, you don't need...
That's it.
You said Shmup Rising 3 times on a podcast. Does not a feature make.
Yeah. It was short-lived.
It was never alive.
I'll think of something for the next time I'm on.
No, you won't.
I'll come up with something whilst I'm walking here from the tube station next time I'm on.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to that. Keep the listeners hooked, especially the new ones on the Universal Takeover Network, which is an internet radio station. So, hi to everybody listening to us on that. It's time for secondhand news.
This is the news.
What? That's just my voice. Were you here when Stuart did his impression of my broadcasting voice?
No.
Yeah. Good.
I'm going to ask him next time I see him.
No respect from that guy. Speaking of that guy, look out for him on next episode, which will be about our Game of the Years and stuff. Stuart wanted to put your mum on the disappointed list, didn't it, Kye?
Yes, he did.
Well, you were on. You were
I thought she was quite good, personally.
Yeah, that's the thing. He just turned up last.
Well, you were nominated for biggest disappointment last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you didn't win.
I didn't win.
But this time, though, hopefully, Mrs. Connolly will bring in will bring it home. On with second-hand news. There's two iterations of the next Xbox coming out. Have you guys seen this? You guys heard about this?
I haven't heard anything about this.
No.
Right, apparently one is going to be the one that we'll all be buying, i.e. the next generation of video game consoles. And the other one is basically like just something you can watch iPlayer and Netflix on, i.e. it will be called Xbox, but it won't be able to play any of the games.
Like an entertainment centre.
Yes, it will be able to play the downloadable games, but not like Halo. What Halo are we up to? What was this? Was this one 4?
4 came out. It's like the 6th one though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't. Oh god, it's so confusing. Yeah, so you won't be able to play the latest Halo on it. But
Bullshit.
You'll be able to say,
If you count Halo was.
Well, I don't understand why
think
they're still just calling it the Xbox.
BSC Reach.
brand. Okay, the Xbox brand, Kye. It's a moneymaker.
All right, we'll see.
They have Xbox on Windows phones now, don't they? So
Yeah.
it's like they're trying to make it into a
Brand.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will this like secondary tier Xbox? Will that play backwards compatible like old Xbox games or anything like that? Or is it just no disc games?
I don't think it'll have a
at
disc drive, and
No?
so I don't think so. Well, maybe digitally, but I mean, I guess you'll be able to play like downloadable games like Peggle and stuff. It's basically going to be the Wii version of the Xbox for like mums and stuff. But it's just they're just slapping the Xbox brand on something. A lot of people have compared it to like Apple TV.
Yeah.
I never even really knew what that was or how that worked until recently. But yes, so I can tell everyone's got big opinions on this news story.
It's hard to think who's going to buy this secondary one, because Xbox isn't really like a grandmother and a mum's kind of brand, is it?
Maybe not your mum and grandma.
In the same sense that the Wii is, because grandma, that's very like
Nintendo
family-friendly kind of thing.
More.
But Xbox tends to be lads who like shooting stuff and stuff like that, and they're just going to buy the main one, aren't they?
Kye, what about your mum? Does she know what an Xbox is?
Yeah, no, she knows what Xbox
That is good. That is a step forward
Yeah.
to getting her off that list.
Might be second now on the thing.
Yeah.
You said she was good.
Well, my voice isn't the majority.
All right, well, we'll get a survey
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. She's like No More Heroes, slightly dodgy at the start, but after 7 hours, pretty good.
It's a good little review of No More Heroes as well.
I haven't played it.
Even better.
Speaking of weird iterations of consoles, the Wii Mini is coming out in Canada only.
Really?
Have you guys seen this? Have you guys heard about this?
I saw the Wii Mini.
I've seen a picture of a red box.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Canada only.
Red and black.
Ah.
It's pretty sexy. But yeah, it's basically a Wii Mini. The Wii Mini is basically a Wii
But mini.
without internet access. You can't get online with it, and you can't play GameCube stuff with it. But then
Who's that for then?
the Wii's haven't had GameCube functionality for a while now.
Really?
Yeah, they released the current Wii on the shelves doesn't have the GameCube stuff in it.
Sucks, man.
It does, but again, apart from people like us, not many people are bothered, are they? But yeah, it's Canada only. It's black and red. It's $100, and I think it's just for. I guess it's just for poor families. But people have been making
Poor Canadians.
yeah, poor Canadian families. But people have been getting annoyed at Nintendo because
Hold on, buddy.
it's going to confuse. It seems like all it's going to do is confuse kind of potential buyers.
Yeah.
And other people are saying that Nintendo should really just focus on the Wii U rather than getting a gimped version of the Wii out on the shelves.
Some poor kid's going to wake up on his birthday, whatever, think he's got a Wii, and his parents have got him the cheaper one.
Yeah,
like the
just
Wii
some
Mini.
maple syrup and like a Due South box set
Yeah.
for Christmas. I don't know what Canadians get. Due South holds up, though, I'll tell you that right now. You can still watch Due South and you're like, yes, please, I'll have more. Thanks. But yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And there was even... Damon Hatfield tweeted a snapshot from a Best Buy catalogue, and it was like Wii, for Christmas, the Wii, and it was a picture of the Wii console with Wii U games next to it. So not even retailers understand what is going on with all this Wii business.
They've done a strange job of marketing. I don't know if people
I've still only
understand
seen one advert for the Wii U on TV.
Yeah, it's out tonight, isn't it? Midnight tonight. There's people queuing.
Yeah,
at the
man.
moment. Yeah.
It's out tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It completely passed me by until I saw people posting about it on Facebook.
Mine should be arriving tomorrow.
You're getting one.
Oh yes.
What games are you getting with it?
Sorry, I'm Chris Fox. Nice to meet you.
What games are you getting with it?
I'm getting Nintendo Land, Zombie U, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Wow.
Yeah, wicked.
It's like all the
That's
best
a lot of
ones.
games.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like, I'm a fan of games. I like getting the new consoles, when they're not too expensive.
That's true.
at launch.
This will be the first Nintendo console I haven't bought on launch since I was able to buy consoles myself on launch.
A lot of
which
people
was
are saying that.
N64. It's the first one I'm just not interested in.
I'm guessing there'll be a price drop soonish, because I don't think it's going to sell that well.
Yeah, I can't see it doing anywhere near as good as the Wii did.
Obviously not. I've got some numbers for you though right here. The Wii U in America in the first week, the Wii U sold 400,000.
That's not. How much did the Wii do in this first week?
The Wii did 600,000.
Oh, okay.
So it's only 200,000 lower. But
Early adopters, though,
here is the weird thing. In that same week, the Wii sold 300,000. There's brand confusion. I mean, how many of those Wii sales were accidental?
I don't think it's necessarily brand confusion, because if you look at the amount of PS1s that were sold when the PS2 came out,
Yeah, they probably did a price drop for the older Wii's.
I still reckon it would have been quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's some Wii U numbers right there. I love the excitement of a new console. I mean, nothing like it. Come on.
Yeah, certainly. I just haven't. It's been strange. I haven't got excited about the Wii U at all. And as I said, I'm excited for every single one of Nintendo's past consoles. I haven't got excited for this at all. Very excited about hearing new Microsoft Xbox details. But
Are you maybe not excited because of what the Wii was like? Is it because
I
of the
think
Wii?
so, yeah.
Or is it because of the
Definitely
weird?
contributes to it, I think.
certainly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it because of the crazy kind of gamepad integration with the new?
It's
one?
nothing to do with the gamepad. I'm perfectly happy to.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does feel
it's,
good,
It's a
yeah.
lot lighter than you think when you hold it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's only there's just a few things that I found out about the Wii, which are the Wii U. God, it is confusing. But there's things that I found out about it that I'm not too happy about. I mean, the gamepad is single touch, not multiple touch.
Yeah,
Which-
I heard about that a while ago.
I think
It's like the DS.
yeah, you're really going to notice it as well. I think after all this smartphone and tablet usage, you can only use single touch. It's going to be a bit shit. You can transfer everything from your Wii over to your new Wii U.
Virtual console
yeah.
stuff.
i.e. virtual console
That's good.
stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's
And
what I was worried about. That.
The Everybody Votes channel,
Oh yeah, that's the first thing.
obviously.
Oh, thank God.
But once you transferred it, it wipes your Wii.
Really?
You laughing at the word "we"? Tell
No,
me,
no.
tell me you're not.
No, I'm just laughing at the fact that they just think, yeah, you're never going to need to use that anymore.
That's how data works for Nintendo.
Yeah.
In their world. Only
once you
one
do-
copy can exist.
Yeah, once you've done a system transfer, you know, your old Wii just basically becomes like a new Wii out of the box, and you can't then access any of your online content on your old Wii.
Bullshit, man. And something else I heard which is bullshit is that you can't buy the tablet controllers.
Yeah, well, you can in Japan, but not outside of Japan.
So if it breaks, you got to buy a new console to get it.
Well, if it breaks, you know, they'll send you a new one, I guess.
Will they?
Well,
Will they?
so angry.
You get Chris.
I've got to
You're
say,
talking about the people who left the charger out of the 3DS XL, you know.
I've got to say though, I've dealt with Nintendo's
Oh
customer.
fuck, they did. Oh,
Yeah.
they're going on like pricks recently.
Nintendo.
They really are.
I've got to say, I've dealt with Nintendo's customer service in this country a few times, and they've been really, really good. Really, really good. So I'm sure that they will send you a game.
How have you dealt with them, and in what way were they really good?
Well, Nick, after you broke my 3DS that time, I sent it off to them, and they fixed it straight away.
Don't give me a bag when I'm pissed up on my leaving drink.
You just picked it up and threw it in the air.
I got no memory of this.
You were so happy with your little trick as well. You're like, look, I can pick it up and catch it before it hits the ground. But it's my fault, man, because I saw you do it like 3 times with my bag, and then I didn't take it off you. So
I offered to pay for it. And you were like, oh, no, it's all right, don't worry about it.
come on, man, of course not. Don't be silly. But yeah, like I said, after you broke my 3DS, they fixed it. But also, I had like a graphical corruption on my Wii.
The graphics are just that bad.
Because I used to keep it in an unventilated environment. The graphics and the sound chip got a bit fried, and you could see like there was sound distortion and
You can see sound distortion.
You could see stuff on the screen, like black patches, and there was sound distortion as well. Anyway, they fixed it for me when it was way old, and they were really nice about it. So yeah, no, they've been cool. So yes, I'm sure they will send out replacement gamepads if people break them.
Yeah, well, they better, man, because it's fucking ridiculous, really, isn't it? You can't buy a replacement controller for your console. But yeah, I played the Mario Brothers. I was on the tablet thing, and I don't find it all that fun, man. You know, because like all you're doing is you press the screen to lay blocks down.
Yeah, I don't want
to like help or hinder people.
Yeah, I don't want to be the gamepad.
Not a lot of fun.
The functionality though that allows you to just carry on playing on the gamepad, so you know the missus can watch the television.
Man. That is good.
But Nintendo haven't made it a requirement for every game, so not every game will support that. Why the hell didn't they make that a requirement? Like Xbox do with all of their requirements.
Surely there'll be games that come out that require you to use. Like when people get a bit more inventive with the way they design the games for this thing, they'll require you to use the gamepad and the TV.
Yeah, of course.
So you can't use one without the other.
That's a good point, but I mean, I think they should have made it a requirement for all games that aren't like that.
Yeah.
A requirement with exceptions.
Make it a lot.
You have to be one or the other.
Well, the only thing, like I've said this plenty of times before, man, but I'm just waiting for a new proper Star Fox and a new proper F-Zero.
There's an F-Zero minigame in Nintendo Land.
It's practically the same thing.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But apparently, online is fantastic. Like a lot of people have said, people who reviewed Black Ops 2 on the Wii have said the online experience is as good as the other consoles. And Black Ops 2, like you can do 2-player. One person on the gamepad, one person on the TV. So that's good. That is wicked.
Okay, yeah.
When you say gamepad, you mean a tablet thing?
Yeah, the gamepad is the tablet with the screen.
Is that what it's called? The gamepad?
Yeah. So that's really cool.
Thing is, though, who's going to play Black Ops on the Wii U? Obviously, quite a few people, but it's a PlayStation.
There's the answer.
It's a PlayStation and Xbox game, isn't it? Anyone who's seriously wants to play that game, going to have that console and get it on that.
Nintendo looks like they're really trying to go for that market. By
they're not going to get it.
GTA 5 is going to be on the Wii U.
Well, no.
I heard
at the moment the PC and the Wii U version hasn't been confirmed.
Really, way back when GTA 5 was first announced, I heard that it was going to be a launch title for the Wii U.
That would have been amazing. I mean, that would have been. Well, considering it's not out on the other consoles yet, that would have been quite a system
6-month exclusivity.
I can't wait for it though, and since this podcast is going to go out after I get my Wii, here's highlights from Chris's Wii U launch night. No, you bastards! Is it too much to ask to get a flower? Absolutely not. Oh, you fucked me. Hey! Boom! Prick. Bubble! Warning, guys. Duncan found this level tough. Where's the stylus? Where is it? Steve, we could play Mario 1, and let me tell you this, it'll look glorious in 1080p. Mario Galaxy 2 upscaled on the Wii U looks amazing! Wii U! Nintendo Land. One of these mini games though, you actually have to blow into the mic, and I hate fuck mic blowing.
Everyone loves blowing mine.
Yes! Mike, why are you... There's no point in playing if we can't be on me's. I know that
Really?
sounds...
No point in
Well,
playing.
now that I heard myself say that. Come on, Mike.
Come
Mike,
on.
Mike.
Hey!
Yay! Glorious. Why have they picked that stupid voice?
It's me, isn't it?
It's annoying. Ghost Mansion.
Hey, rumbly!
Right. Try saying the colour of the hat.
Oh shit!
I don't have an FAQ in my hand, so I have no gaming skill whatsoever.
Rumbly! Why is it rumbling? I'm rumbling!
You shout out the colour again.
Rumbly! Yellow rumbles!
I'm rumbling. I'm scared. Green is rumbling, everyone. I'm going.
Oh, you got it. It was alright.
Good God Almighty.
You're going down. Yes!
Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
We won!
This is fun. I like this.
That was cool.
This is awesome, guys. It's amazing when it goes.
I'm rumbling.
What colour?
Purple.
Don't split up! That's too good.
Oh my God.
He's
Mac-
taking out the battery.
Mac
guys.
is using the batteries as bait.
It's fine. Annie's back up. It's
Okay,
fine.
I'm back.
Alright.
Really
I'm back.
clever.
Everything's
Let's get back
okay
in there,
now.
okay?
Ah,
Separated! Stay with the pack, Annie! We're
Guys, my dead carcass is
Shit!
going around on the conveyor belt.
What? How did you get so quick? How did you get there so quickly? How did you get there so quickly?
Ghost wins. Mac wins.
How did you get there so quickly?
Mac, say something funny.
Like a glove.
This is on easy mode. You guys left this on easy mode.
Yeah.
Good fight. Good night.
Oh,
Chris,
Is this on easy?
or do you do this on, is this on easy mode?
No pad, just the pad.
Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Look
About 2 minutes to catch Mario.
You look laughable, Annie.
I think I saw it.
I've definitely spotted it.
It's on the bridge. It's on the bridge.
I got a star.
Just got to start. Right, you go that way, Matt. I'll go left.
Here she is! I found her! She's in yellow! She's in yellow!
Very close.
She's in yellow, guys! Go to yellow!
I can see you guys running. Right, I'm going to cut her off. I'm going to.
She's in the middle! She's going middle! She's going middle! Get her!
I've
I want to go again!
This is a great replay mode.
Look how close it was!
This was amazing. Annie, oh shit! Here you go!
Ah!
Mike, that was some spot on.
I think we've just found the best use of slow motion all year. That little slowdown there.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely up for that.
So this is the one thing that Nintendo always misses. We want a running total of who's doing the best. That's what we need.
I think Nintendo know more about fun than you do, mate.
Yes!
It's the craft selection music from F-Zero on the SNES! Nintendo, in return for this bizarre, motion-controlled, touchscreen F-Zero abomination, please give us a full, Pro-Controller-supported sequel very soon in 1080p. This is embarrassing. Mash embarrassed. How's this Metroid? What is going on? My arm's tired again.
I'm shooting him quite a lot.
Shit, he's got one life left.
I'm a ball!
Go him!
Oh yeah!
I got him.
Eat shit and die, Steve.
You can do this.
In all seriousness, though, the final thought we're taking away from this very enjoyable Wii U launch night
After a lot of groans.
is that the possibilities of the gamepad are just endless and very, very exciting to look forward to. But so far, out of the games we tried, only 2 out of the many, many Nintendo Land mini-games are any good. But they are brilliant, and that's Luigi's Mansion Ghost Chase and, what is it, Chase Mario?
Yeah.
Another thing we're taking away from tonight is that our Mii's look great in mud. I guess something else can be said, that something that the Wii U and Nintendo Land share are that you wanna show your mates these games for the first time. You know, you love seeing them play games like Chase Mario for the first time. It's brilliant. Who's on the gamepad? Woo! We're going back to it. This has been Chris at the Wii U launch night.
It was like.
Back to you, Chris. I've just got.
This is the Wii U launch night.
Next story in news. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is apparently going to play Batman in the Justice League movie. Nick, you can you can have a little nap during this topic if you want.
This is the kid from Third Rock, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
According to a very, very, very credible website, they have claimed that he will absolutely appear in the JLA movie as Batman. Siri, pronounce it. Batman.
Batman, like a surname.
Batman.
Yeah. Check it out. Play Batman.
Batman now playing.
Batman.
Did you hear that Tupac GoldenEye mashup?
No, maybe I did. You sent that to me ages ago.
Yeah. Big.
Is it big?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm working on a little GoldenEye video actually
yeah.
for the RGF YouTube channel.
Is there an RGF YouTube channel?
Oh dear, don't say that on the podcast.
Is there?
Say no, okay. Can you say something like, I always go to the RGF YouTube channel?
No, I genuinely didn't know there was an RGF.
There is. It's Ready Game Fire at YouTube, and all the podcasts are there in video form. So
Cool.
that's the easiest way to listen to it while you're at work.
I did not know that.
Because a lot of people have complained that listening to the podcasts through the website is a bit shit, because it's either download or stream or whatever. But yes, they're all on YouTube now. There's a whole playlist, so you can just click on the RGF podcast playlist while you're at work, stick those headphones on, and just sit back and listen. But yeah, there's some video content on there as well, and like I said, a GoldenEye video that I've been doing is going to be up very, very soon. So good, lots of strong opinions.
Yeah, so I got no
that.
opinion about that whatsoever, you know.
When they're going to be releasing the?
Please don't ask me questions I don't have the info for.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's either.
Who's directing it?
Ben Affleck has been approached to direct it, apparently.
How is it that he's just like an incredible director? Or something?
I haven't actually seen any of his films.
Did
I've got.
he do Argo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Baby Gone over there from Love Film. I haven't seen it yet.
What's that one that came out just now? That
Argo.
Argo, whatever.
Igo is by Toyota, and they sponsor T4.
Yeah. Isn't it Igo? Isn't it the boat that Hercules and them fellas went out on?
No, it's
that's the I.
It's
It's a small
Toyota.
Jason
Toyota
the
car.
Argonauts, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the
Sorry,
name of the boat.
not all of us get our knowledge from fucking T4, all right? T4's been cancelled, mate. You gutted.
Thank fuck. There has been no greater blight to our television.
You're well T4,
Fucking
Chris.
hate T4.
You're fucking well T4.
It's garbage. Come on.
Chris T4 Fox.
They used to have Steve Jones on it, but when he used to be on it, so did June Sarpong,
Yep.
or as I call her, shit. No, T4, awful. So glad that's over. So glad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's disheartening that kids of today get, T4, where we used to get like Turtles, and we're not
Going
laughing at
live. That was my Saturday morning.
Go
Yeah.
Wing, go Wing, go Wing live. What was the phone number, Kye?
0891 50 50.
No, that's party chat.
That's the number I always called.
Going live.
50.
Oh, you're a pie guy.
Yeah.
What about 0891 27 27 27? Remember that?
What is that?
That's a
That's
different
good.
party chat, wasn't it?
That was
Didn't catch on quite as much.
that was a question. That was a question in the Big Fat Quiz of the Naughties or something.
Was it?
Cool, yeah. No, the going live phone number was 081 811 8181. There it is.
Yeah,
Come
that rings a
flooding back.
Yes.
Jamie, do you know what we're talking about?
No idea.
You're an SMTV Live kid, aren't you?
Not even Nickelodeon.
Oh, I see.
Rich boy, eh?
New wave.
One of them rich, one of them rich boy.
Nickelodeon.
Got a real pretty mouth.
I watched SMTV Live even though I was in my teens. I quite like Ant and Dec anyway.
Cat Didi.
The old PJ and Duncan, as I still call him.
Well,
Me eyes, Duncan.
I gotta see.
I'm blind.
so, Kye, a lot of people are out there wandering around with them smartphones.
Yes.
And they've probably got Angry Birds installed. They've probably got Angry Birds Star Wars installed. But if they were to bump into you, I mean, what would happen?
Well, I'll grab them.
You'd hit him with a
I'll hit him with it.
review.
Hit him hard with the review.
With a review.
You'd plunge a cold, hard review straight between their ribs.
Repeatedly.
I'm so glad I involved you in this intro. And the intro is for the kyePhone Brap Store.
Store.
Yo, what's up, shorty?
What's the kyePhone Brap Store, Kye? Just explain it to people briefly.
It's the store.
It's not a store though, is it?
No, it's not. It's
Already?
It's the platform in which I review games you can get on the iPhone App Store.
And Android.
Well, they might be on Android. I never checked.
You haven't done that yet.
I can see you've got at least 4 games on your phone there, so...
Yeah, we're hitting
Fruit
one of
Ninja.
them. Well, yes, I'm saying I've got a lot.
Good one.
Most of the games I have, everyone else does. So.
You got Lost Winds while it was free.
Yeah.
Good shout.
So people are coming to you, the guy with the knowledge,
Yes.
who's got most games that everybody else has.
But I do find the odd gem.
So Kye, come on then. Hit us with this game. Hit us with the game that's featuring in the kyePhone Brap Store this week.
Alright, motherfuckers. This week on the Brap Store, we've got the one and only motherfucking He-Man,
Nice.
the masters of the motherfucking universe.
Say what?
That's right. Only fucking 69p.
For real.
This game.
Who's the developer, fam?
I don't know. Ain't got time to check that shit.
Man, you think the brothers and sisters out there on the street care about who made these
Yeah, no,
games?
we just know that it's He-Man, and that's all we need to know. And basically, the game, it's a side-scrolling action platformer, kind of like.
Bruv, you might want to urban up those terms a little bit.
All right, let's take that back a bit. It's a side jumping stabbing game,
Sounds sick.
like kind of like Ninja Gaiden on the NES, yeah.
When you said side,
Yeah.
different voice. Like, he's just changing his voice.
So, like, are you rocking around in He-Man's ends in this? Or,
Basically,
or what?
this is the fucking old school He-Man. This is the real fucking He-Man. None of this 90s
Or
bullshit.
do you get to shank up She-Ra, blood?
Nah, you got fucking Battle Cat up in
That
this
was like
bitch.
blood and bruv.
You
I didn't know
ride,
what I was saying.
you ride them, but mostly it's just jumping and stabbing skeletons. But the controls, they're actually for an iPhone game. I found that most fucking controllers have been just the controls are shit, and it's just not fun playing platformers unless they're, you know, just free running games or whatever the fucking term is for games like
Infinite Run.
Infinite Runners and that.
yeah, any of those fucking games.
Preach.
Well, basically, you're fucking He-Man. Skeletor, at the start of the game, they got some stupid shit where Skeletor says he's got an app that's going to capture He-Man. There's actually what he's got a fucking tablet in his hands. Skeletor.
Are you going to review that app next time on the...
That's I think it's Android only.
Bruv, Skeletor's got an app.
He's got an app. When you start a game, a new game, the Skeletor's got an app which he's going to use to trap He-Man. And all that happens is that He-Man goes through a trapdoor and he's just chasing that skeleton motherfucker throughout the whole game.
I can't believe Skeletor's got an app within the app. We're getting meta
I
up in
know.
here.
Fourth wall
Oh,
broken all up in this bitch.
I got murked by bear skeletons.
But it's fucking. It's got all the good characters. It's got fucking Beastman, Man at Arms, She-Ra, Orko, and other fuckers.
Listen, fam. This sounds well dench, but I gotta be asking you. This sounds like an app more for kind of young, like older brothers like you and me.
Nah.
But like
He-Man's
kinda
universal, baby.
Yeah, but the younger home slicers out there, they ain't gonna be tuned in necessarily.
Any in-app purchases?
Yes, there are. Stay away from those, please.
Look at the size of his arms, man. It looks good, man. I like the art style. I think it looks pretty nice. But yeah, look at the size of He-Man.
He's been pumping iron.
It's fucking He-Man.
This is quite good. This I could see why people our age would like this, you know, because like we all grew up with He-Man.
Yeah, but bruv, this be my problem, yo. This is why I keep tripping over this, man, yeah? This game be for us. It fucking ain't.
Fuck
For
anyone
them.
else. That's what I gotta say.
It's not easy
It's
to
the
play.
kyePhone Brap Store.
That's true. It's for you. It's all about, like...
Yeah, exactly.
it's a review by Kye, for Kye.
I'm telling you that this game is good. I ain't asking you to play it and make your own opinion.
Yeah, it's not all that easy to play. Like there's a delay.
Yes, it is.
There's a delay for when you press the screen when he starts running.
For you, baby. You're lucky there's no two-player like that.
Lucky, mate. bust you up.
Give my shit back.
Give my dick back.
That's right.
But yeah, like the art style looks great. It looks really nice. You know, knowing the TV series looks really good. It's very nostalgia laden. But
It's good for people of our age. Isn't it?
yeah, but it feels a bit unresponsive and sluggish on the controls.
Like, for me, it took a little while to get used to it, but now I can get through it it's quite smooth.
It does look like a proper, really good old school platformer.
Yeah.
Which I like. Like, it reminds me of the Gods. Did anyone play Gods?
Yes, yes. That was a very good game.
Right, so Kye. I don't know. I'm middle class. I'm from Chislehurst.
Chiselhurst, that sounds...
So yeah, Kye, yeah, enough of this fucking foreplay, yeah. What are you going to give this game? Is it crap? Or is it brap?
Bruv. He-Man. Jumping, stabbing, for the same price as a fucking king-size Twix. Brup, brup, brup!
Throw your thumbs in the air!
Fucking right.
My jeans are low, my system's down, and the top's up. Let's put a city on a lockdown. It's time for He-Man on the iPhone. Kye says it's brap, so go out and play it, people. That was mainly lyrics from Blue's Flyby song. System up with the top down. I tried. Guys, I've been playing that Pabra.
Yo, Pabra.
I've been trying to get no one else even writes PABR on Twitter or Facebook. Just to let everyone know, Pabra is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. Nick started calling it Pabra, and since then it's been
Catching on.
it's been
like
tough.
wildfire.
Anyway, I've been playing it. I knew if I acted indifferent enough to it around Mike, I'd get a code, and I got a code. But Mike was generous enough to bag me a Vita code. But my biggest thanks go to Jun, because he got me codes for both versions.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been playing it on my Vita and I've been playing it on my PS3, and I got to say, ladies and gentlemen, right now, it is hella fun.
Right.
Once you start playing, you stop associating it so much with Smash Brothers. It really is a midpoint between Smash Brothers and your more technical fighters like Street Fighter.
Really?
Really? It really is. It really is. It definitely is. It's a lot deeper. You know, for starters, you got more moves. It really works, and I got to say, it's great fun. I mean, it could do a few things to separate itself from Smash Brothers aesthetically. Still, I mean, the menus, the character select screen looks exactly the same, like it's ripped out of the game, and the boss in arcade mode is like a giant head it's like Master Head, which is what I call. When I give myself a blowy, that's what I call that. Master Head. But also he summons these little purple clones of the other fighters. I mean, not only are clones in Smash Brothers, but they're purple. It's like, come on, guys. If they just took a few more steps away from it, I think it would stand. Well, I mean, once you play it, it is completely its own thing. But obviously, before you play it, a lot of people would just go, Smash Brothers, isn't it? Shit. I mean, there are a few characters in there that like Sir Daniel from Medieval.
Dan, yeah.
Well, you know, the
Never
skeleton.
played Medieval?
I never played it. What was it, PS1?
PS1, yeah.
Yeah, I never
games.
played that.
It was on PSP as well.
And there's obviously some other people who should be in there, like Crash Bandicoot, although hopefully he doesn't ever get confirmed, because then Michael owe me £5. We made a bet. But I was just thinking, like, when I think PlayStation, for some reason, Lara Croft stands out to me.
Yep.
Yes.
Because in the early PlayStation days, it was all about Tomb Raider, wasn't it?
Lara Croft, Solid
definitely.
Snake, Pro Evo Man.
Yeah.
Pro Evo Man.
Pro Evo Man.
David
Racer.
Backham.
It's really good though.
Resident Evil Zombie.
I would recommend fans of beat 'em up play it. I mean, if you like Smash Brothers and you like other fighters as
Fans
well.
of beat 'em ups though, or fans of Smash Brothers style brawlers?
This is what I'm
you know?
saying.
It's not like if you like versus fighters, then
Well, a lot of people.
I'm not saying you're not going to like it, but it's not like it's going to take the place of a
gonna be like-
VF or a
It might
Tekken
be more
or
like Power Stone.
Street Fighter. Yeah, like a brawler or something like that.
I'm surprised how much fun I've had with it. I mean, I've been playing the shit out of it. Trophies are a good motivation for that, but you know, having my like I've got my Big Daddy to like level 100 or over 100.
Is that what you call getting an erection?
What, for some Master Head? For
Some
good
Master Head
old-fashioned
at the
Master
end.
Head. No, Big Daddy from BioShock is in the games, and I decided of making my character, although his level 1 is a bit shit. But anyway, yeah, so I got him up to level 100 on the Vita version, and then when I got my PS3 version, turned it on, and all of my status was already on there, which was wicked.
Nice.
Like all of the costumes I'd unlocked. You got to redo the trophies, but that's fair enough. But you can seamlessly play between PS3 and Vita, and it works really well. That said, playing ranked matches is pretty patchy at the moment. Sometimes, like, you go into a game with four players at the loading screen, you get into the game and it might just be 2 or 3 of you, or some people are invisible. So yeah, they need to fix some of the online. But I mean, in player matches, it's great.
It doesn't strike me as the kind of game you play online, to be honest. You know, it's more of a mates around a sofa game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, let's not forget all the stick that Smash Brothers Brawl got for not working online. I mean, here is a game similar to that does work online. So yeah, I would recommend Pabra to people, but I'd say definitely pick it up. If you're a PlayStation fan, then there's all the more reason to do it.
Okay, like here's the question then. Like you're at home. It's a Saturday night. You've got like 3 friends with you, or how many friends you want with you. You've got Smash Brothers, and you've got Pabra. Which one do you put in?
Turn it off and get down to the group sex. Probably.
And you have to play the Pabra. or Smash
When you're
Brothers.
done with the sex and you want to play a video game.
I'd play Pabra only because it's newer, and I'm burnt out on Smash Brothers, so that's why I thought that I was going to enjoy it even less. But I'm really having a great time with it, I've got to say, and it is fun, and we should definitely play it.
Do they have does it seem as random as Smash Brothers can seem with items and things?
Oh yeah, are there items?
Items are a lot less ridiculous. I mean, they're just weapons really. You get a rocket launcher from Uncharted or a blade from some game.
Is there any sort of like fan brokenness from Smash Brothers where you can do the infinite? Like when you get them caught in it.
I wouldn't say so, not that I've discovered yet. I mean, it is broken in a few ways. Like Ratchet's level 1 super is just ridiculous and overpowered, and they need to fix it. And Raiden's one's pretty overpowered as well. So there's a few balancing issues here and there that they can easily fix. Though I don't know if they're going to. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame we're podcasting now, really, because I'd really like to be playing it with you 3 chaps, to be honest.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Has it got the fat princess in it?
Yeah, she's in it.
It's got the fat princess in it.
She's pretty cool as well.
It gets my seal of approval, man.
You're a fan of Fat Princess?
That's a great game.
I think we need
really good
more
game.
just fat birds and video games.
I think she's a great female role model because she's unabashed at the way she goes after that cake.
More bands for the ounce, as they say.
So yeah, my advice to you is play PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale or Pabra. You may be surprised with what you find within. But never mind about me, Jamie Rathbone. You like the indie gaming, don't you? You like the independent games.
I'm a fan of independently developed and released games.
Just so you can name drop games that no one's ever heard of and
that's mainly it, basically.
You know, Steve's become exactly like you.
Well, there you go. Got him hooked in.
It's not good.
It is good.
No, it isn't.
It's good.
No, it's not.
It's very good.
Yeah, it was like we're talking about the game categories. And Steve goes, Game of the Year, I was thinking about Thomas Was Not Alone. I just went, what the fuck are you on about?
Sick game.
What a dick.
Very good game.
No, because
I'm sure it is a sick game, man.
Yeah, but with a title like that, I'm never going to fucking buy it.
he never turns on. He never turns on his Xbox or PlayStation anymore, Jamie. It's not good.
See, I brought him over
Well done.
to the
Well, yeah,
the lonely
the
side.
good shit.
Yeah, but he was once neutral and now he's a PC fanboy.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with PC. It's just
I remain the only neutral guy on the podcast, I think.
I'm a neutral guy.
You're a
That's
fan,
where all
you're
the
a fanboy
innovation is.
Of what? Of what?
Like tashes and stripy shirts. Just saying what I'm seeing, basically. One time I came in with one of them lumberjack shirts on, and you gave me all this shit about, oh god, I wish I could buy a checkered shirt and look like everyone else.
Yeah,
Everyone wears those polo shirts.
Do they?
everyone wears t-shirts.
Yeah, mate. Why are you wearing
Mate, like,
clothes?
when I ripped you for it, it was because everyone and his fucking brother was wearing lumberjack shirts.
What, you mean Dan Holden and his brother?
That summer, everyone was wearing lumberjack shirts, mate. You would waltz in like you're off T4 on the beach or something with your fucking lumberjack shirt. Fucking fuck off, innit? Go suck your mum.
Do you have Esperals on as well?
Anyway,
yeah,
Jamie,
indie games is where, you know...
Is Kye doing all right?
He's gone, mate.
Sorry, it was to go suck your mum. That was too good. Please continue. I'm ready.
So yeah, so this is what we call independent boning.
Boning.
That's when you get independent gaming and Rathbone mash them together to get independent boning.
Boning.
It's where you tell the people out there about independent games that they probably haven't heard of. Almost definitely, I'd say though.
No, May have heard of.
Oh, I mean, the first place a lot of people heard about these humble indie bundles was on Ready Game Fire, and now they're the
you
talk
go.
of the town, aren't they?
What, really?
No.
we spread that. You know, we started it.
It's the first place I heard about them.
You know, there's a THQ humble, not so indie bundle now.
Is it? What is it?
It's 7 games. Saints Row the Third. Pay what you want for Saints Row the Third.
Huh.
Nice.
All 3 Company of Heroes games.
Nice.
It's
very
all on
nice.
PC, by the way.
Very nice.
Obviously, yeah.
Riddled with DRM. You know, don't like that game anyway. What else? Red Faction, Armageddon,
Pretty good.
Metro 2033,
Ah, nice.
and there's one more. Good games. Darksiders. Darksiders is the other one.
All good games then, man.
Darksiders
All
1
good
or 2?
games.
Darksiders 1.
Darksiders 2 is the highest rated Wii U launch title. So I
There you
dropped
go.
that in there.
Are you getting that?
No.
Fuck. No. Fair enough. But yeah, the first one is in this not so indie bundle.
That's cool, man. That is cool.
If you go on
those games are good.
humblebundle.com, it's on there.
Saints Row the Third is brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
put
very good.
as much time as I should have into that game.
It's like what Grand Theft Auto should be. Fun.
Ooh. So Jamie,
Yes.
independent boning.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Fuck, I forgot.
What have you got for
Let's
us?
do this. I know you're all big fans of Hotline Miami.
Yeah, man, I love that. Well, I haven't played it. I was going to buy it last week, but for some reason I didn't. It looks
Useful.
fucking awesome.
I can't.
Thought
yeah.
you weren't a fan of indie games.
Is that the
Hotline
one with-
Miami, that's like the top-down Smash TV, you go in a room, murder everyone kind of game.
Is that the one with everyone, all the main characters have weird animal heads?
Nah.
Yeah, you haven't.
Is
You wear
it?
masks. Each
Oh,
shit.
right.
You can change. Like the mask give you different abilities and things like that. It's very good. It's like sort of 80s sort of like Drive sort of influenced.
Yeah,
Music's
yeah.
very good. It's like yes, controls like Smash TV,
Top-down Smash TV kind of.
Smash TV
yeah.
was amazing.
but it's like Trials in that
Oh.
you're constantly restarting.
Right,
So you've got to get the whole level perfectly, and you'll work out a line. But then every now and then there'll be like a little random thing
Old school.
on this run where it'll throw you off. Yeah, it's
So
very
good,
hard.
so good for people who like the old school difficulty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is it coming to console? Do you happen to know?
I think they're not in the works, but they're debating whether to put it on console. It doesn't really control too well with a gamepad.
Ah,
It
That's
sort
a
of
shame.
relies on mouse and keyboard.
This game, Hotline Miami, it's got a live-action trailer. Have you seen that?
Yes, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really sets the whole game up. Like, a friend of mine at work cued me into this, and ever since seeing the trailer like 2 weeks ago, I've been, why am I not playing this game? It looks fucking awesome.
You would like it. I know you'd like it.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
much.
got a very 80s kind of soundtrack to it as well.
Yep.
And I think like
Very much so.
the opening cutscene that I saw, I think it was the opening cutscene, had like a reference to the dude or something in it. Or he certainly looked like the dude anyway.
There's quite a few references as well. Like your car is a DeLorean.
Yeah.
There's references.
It
to
sounds
like,
a lot
Well,
like
those Retro City Rents.
It's kind of, it's got a similar
Rampage.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, like it's kind of got it's not similar at all
Rampage,
to Retro City Rampage, but it's got the same kind of I don't know, the same kind of
ethos sort of
ethos
thing.
to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hark back to like the 80s.
Definitely. Yeah.
Very violent by the looks of it.
And it's very strange as well. Like the story just sort of, it's very weird basically. Because I don't know if the guy who developed it, he goes by the name Cactus. Just he's I think he's Swedish.
What has Notch started? Call me Cactus.
And he makes all sorts of just weird visual like headfuck games. But this is his first commercial release basically. But the actual news I had was they were going to release DLC for Hotline Miami, which was going to be more levels. But they've created so much like new content that they're going to just release it as like a separate game. So it'll be Hotline Miami 2. Yeah, that's basically it. Hotline Miami 80s theme top-down shooter / rip faces off 'em up with Super Meat Boy style repetition.
What's next?
Speaking of Team Meat, one of my favourite games of last year.
The Blinding of Isaac.
You got it in one. Boom.
Is that Team Meat?
That was Edmund McMillan. So not the programmer in Team Meat,
Yeah.
the guy with the big beard. And
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah, he's
The designer.
he's a designer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's made a number of Flash games. The Binding of Isaac is one, but it was released as a commercial game on Steam. It's sort of like a roguelike, like Smash TV.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's
Oh, that's the one where
it's like a baby. It's like a fetus or a baby or
It's a
something.
baby. You
It's
play as
like-
like a child. Yeah,
it's
running
like
away from his
Zelda
mother.
basically. You
Yeah,
get weapons and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but each run is like there's hundreds and hundreds of items,
Yeah.
and they all affect you in different ways.
Yeah, man, I've seen that game.
And there's random ones each run, and they can all combine differently. Basically,
all of these games like Smash TV.
pretty much all the best games are. Yeah,
Funny how us three have heard of all these games and you haven't heard of any, Chris.
What games?
What about that? Eh?
all these indie games.
I just named Blinding of Isaac.
We'll let you off
You
that
know,
one.
listen.
How convenient.
Fucking hell.
There's a remake being made of The Binding of Isaac. Not
Already?
in Flash, so it'll actually run on people's computers because it's quite a big game.
On iPhones.
They're saying they're considering an iOS version.
It's coming to consoles as well.
It's going to have 2-player local co-op. It's going to have like a full expansion-sized chunk of extra content. Game will feature new music, and they're giving it a 16-bit like demake.
Nice.
It's going to be the same game but with 16-bit graphics.
Speaking of Team Meat Boy, did you guys see that Mario Galaxy Meat Boy mashup that guy did?
I did, yes.
Oh, fuck.
Pretty good.
Looked interesting.
Is it anything like Smash TV? Because otherwise I'm not
If you
interested.
want it to be. No, it's not. It's not. It's a lot like Mario Galaxy if it was
What, 3D?
Super Meat Boy. Yeah. If it was
So
Super
2D?
Meat Boy. No, it's 3D.
It's a 3D
But you
Super
die
Meat Boy, but it's
straight
like
away.
you're on a spherical planet.
Wow.
Like
Running
dying.
around doing shit like it's Mario Galaxy.
Man, I need to finish Meat Boy.
Yeah, Meat Boy's
I need to
fucking
play it.
awesome, man.
I bought it
I
on
love
my
Meat
Xbox
Boy.
when it was on sale, and I've never.
Mate,
played
I
it.
don't think you'd be very good at it.
Kai, you would love
I'm
Meat
great
Boy.
at everything.
No, I know.
You would
but
love it.
I'm saying
Especially
he'd love
Super
it.
Meat
I know.
Boy.
I'm saying he'd
So you
love
all
it.
love indie games.
But he
What are you
won't be.
talking
He won't be good at it.
No. But I just don't, just harp on about it all the time.
Let's move forwards, onwards, and upwards. Kai, you got a look on your face that seems to say, "I've got another feature." So should we just go for it then?
Let's go for it.
Well, let's go for the kyePhone plotline.
Fucking right.
Yeah, it's like hotline, but like plot.
With plots.
Yeah.
about?
Keep it
Plotline
hot.
Kayami.
Hey, Hotline Kai.
Hotline
That works.
Kayami.
I'm
Yeah.
going
Plot-
to
plotline.
Kayami.
Plotline Kayami.
Plotline Kayami. Yeah.
Right, so anyway, here's Kai's new feature with the title yet to be decided.
Plotline
apparently.
Kayami.
Plotline Kayami. And what do you do in Plotline Kayami?
I summarise plots in as quickest way possible.
Yeah, you still using the street voice.
Kinda, yeah, but it's more just the abruptness and lack of real explanation that is going to be the key to my feature.
So Kai, what plotline are you, Kayami, going to detail for us today?
All of the Assassin's Creed games up to the start of 3, 'cause I haven't played it yet.
So we'll get people nice and ready for 3.
Yeah.
But this sounds like it's going to take a long time.
Will it?
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
We'll find out.
plotline.
Alright. At the start of Assassin's Creed 1, the main Assassin's Creed guy, he gets plugged into the Matrix and becomes his great granddad. He was fighting the Templars as an assassin. He fucked up, but he made good in the end. And he found a special apple which could control people.
Oh god, it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid when you say it like that, doesn't it?
And then the main guy, the main Assassin's Creed, he gets unplugged from the Matrix and gets saved by this random chick.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the first game.
Blonde bitch.
Yeah, blonde bitch. Alright, so Assassin's Creed 2. At the start of it, the main Assassin's Creed guy, he's escaping the place where they had the Matrix machine with the blonde bitch, and he gets taken in the van. They find a new Matrix machine, and he becomes Italian Assassin's Creed. He was like,
It's like an uncle or something.
yeah, it's like an uncle's
Yeah.
mate. That
Uncle's mate. It's not really your uncle. Just call him uncle.
yeah.
He does see his ancestors bang as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. He watches his ancestors fuck. He fucks as his ancestors while he's in the Matrix. But that's beside the point. That's not really part of the plot. That's
Yeah,
more
we'd
so-
all do that, really.
Yeah, we've all been there. So again, you got assassins fighting Templars over the special apple, and the Pope has a special stick that also does magic. And Italian Assassin's Creed tries to take it from him and doesn't. That's it. That's the end of Assassin's Creed 2.
I've got to play these games.
Alright, okay, and then in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, while he's plugged into the Matrix looking for the apple, he sees some more of Italian Assassin's Creed memories, chats to Leonardo da Vinci, kills the Pope, finds the apple, and then when they're finding the apple, some alien comes out who looks like a woman and says that they made the apple and the stick, and that they're from Earth and they also made People.
Isn't there tanks in that one?
Look, we're talking about these aliens who made people.
Yeah,
sorry.
look,
And then you want to
stick
get,
to the plot.
silly, and bring tanks into it.
And yeah, so then at the end it goes to Modern, the main Assassin's Creed guy. He gets frozen by an alien who then makes him stab the blonde bitch. And in Revelations, Assassin's Creed is in a coma, and so they plug him into the Matrix. So because basically he went to the coma because he was in the Matrix too much, and so to help him get out of the coma, they plug him into the Matrix.
Makes sense.
He plays as both, like the old from Assassin's Creed 1 Assassin's Creed guy and Italian Assassin's Creed, to again find the apple. And then when they find the apple for the last time, they get this vision of like millions of years ago, the world blew up because of the sun. And that's why we made the special apples to try and fix it, but it just made things worse. So, but we may have come up with a solution, and that's what the main Assassin's Creed guy goes to try and find, and that's, I think, where Assassin's Creed 3 starts.
And that goes to Red Indian Assassin's Creed, who's
Yeah.
like one of your uncle's mates.
I think that's actually your dad.
Like, oh right, yeah, the Red
Getting
Indian.
quite close now. Yeah, I think we're getting ready for 4, where you're just going to be Assassin's Creed. There's none of this Matrix bullshit.
So if you were confused before, I hope that sorted out some of the confusion for you. Yeah, it's like Assassin's Creed for idiots. And that's plotline Kayami.
On the next Ready Game Fire, Team RGF discuss their Game of the Year awards. Coming soon to an internet near you.
So, I remember when I was little, we used to have a caravan down on the seaside. I used to go there with my family, and that was all right. But all I really wanted to do was go down to the seafront and play on them arcade games. Actually, more often than not, I wouldn't have any money. I used to just like watch the arcades.
You were that kid.
Yeah.
You were that kid who picked the gun up and was like,
Well,
that was me.
Pretend you're playing on the demo.
You're signing Outrun, doing this on the wheel. I'm waiting to play
I was
Outrun.
the kid that asked strangers for money, which worked.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm so glad you had infinite supplies of 50p coins to pump into these arcades. But now, once I spent my allotment,
Bit cheaper up north.
and they went, really?
25p, man, or 20p.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I mean, not when games like Time Crisis came around. They were £1 a pop. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I got hookup for Time Crisis 2. Yeah, 30p a credit.
Nice.
When it came out.
That's amazing.
Towing, real.
But we're talking about arcade games. And where the bloody hell they've gone. I mean, where have they gone? We'll come on to that.
They're all in
Live.
Japan, aren't they now? They're all in Japan.
Yeah, they all got shipped over there. Arcades used to be pretty big. And now they're nowhere to be seen outside
Arcades
of
were
Japan.
massive, man. Massive.
Literally.
Swimming baths, bowling alleys, cinemas, laser quests,
Pubs.
Quasars,
Yep.
pubs.
No, they were
Pubs, yeah.
For when you were like,
Space Harrier was in a pub.
Yeah, 1941 down the pub.
wow.
I remember going to a pub with my parents more than once, and they'd obviously drink their beer, but there were quite often those Mega Drive arcade units that had like a list of games, and then like 10p would buy you like a minute. But so it was like a list of Mega Drive games, although they were the arcade versions of them, like Altered Beast and stuff. But I just remember thinking, oh, this is great. I mean, apparently adults like coming to these pubs, so when I'm an adult, I want to come here too. Plus, there'll be arcade games for me to play on. No.
Didn't pan out.
No, now it's just the Itbox or
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
games like Pac-Man, Pong, Donkey Kong, and Space Invaders were the front runners
Yeah.
in the arcade explosion.
Yeah, definitely. I think like Space Invaders was known for eating quarters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the first arcade phenomenon.
The oldest games I can remember in my swimming baths arcade, which was the first one I can remember, was Street Fighter 2, like not the boss edition, the old school one with the the bosses. Outrun, Pang, 1941.
1941.
Yeah.
Big.
And like maybe one or two other ones I can't remember.
Pang
But
is so good.
20 pence for a credit, something like that.
For me, the first arcade games I can remember playing was Space Harrier. I think it was called Narc.
Narc,
I remember Narc.
Yeah,
Narc.
but it was fucking violent. But I think that's why I liked it so much. And Pit Fighter as well.
Does anyone remember a game, an arcade game called Tango and Cash?
I remember a film
I
called
don't
Tango
remember
and
the game.
Cash.
No.
Might have been Italian. I don't remember the film.
The film has got Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone in it.
Sort of makes sense. You play as one guy has a steering wheel and a light gun, the other guy is in the passenger seat just has a light gun.
No, I remember
That
this.
sounds like Chase HQ, man. You don't mean Chase HQ?
Yeah, it's similar to Chase HQ. Yeah,
Chase HQ was fucking.
No, I
brilliant,
remember
man.
this. I remember that. I remember that
sounds
arcade
awesome.
unit.
I've played it.
The one with the steering wheel and the light gun.
Yeah.
And the light gun. Man, yeah. That was amazing.
That was very good. Yeah.
They may have had that in Chester Laser Quest.
In the early days of arcades, though, with games like I was just talking about, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, the incentive was to get high scores, and you don't tend to see that in gaming as much nowadays, really, at all.
That high score chasing is still there. It's very much niche these days. You know, it's a certain like subset of games, and like one or two games will come along every now and again where it's a high score chaser. But yeah, high score chasing as such isn't part of gaming these days. I don't think.
The feeling of getting your initials up there on that scoreboard on whatever the game may be, and then coming back a week later and seeing that someone's nipped you to the top, and then you have this war with someone that you don't even meet, and all you know of them are their initials. Like I had this in a Crazy Taxi machine. Like it was actually when I got to university.
Did it have the rest?
It was just me and that guy. Every time I went back, he was on top, and then I would beat his score, and then and then that went back and forth for ages, and it was amazing. And I mean, when you look at movies like King of Kong, that takes it to like a whole new level. If you haven't seen King of Kong, just go and watch it now. Just go and watch it now. Even my friends who don't like video games think that movie is great. It's a docu-film about two people going after the Donkey Kong world record, but it's well worth watching.
Brilliant film.
AKA Fistful of Quarters.
Yes, that's true. That's true. My favourite of those early arcade games is definitely Miss Pac-Man, without doubt. I mean, that's right. Oh, what? Miss? Miss, did you say? I did, Kye, so sit down and shut the fuck up. Miss Pac-Man had, better ghosts.
They had bows on their head.
No, it just had more varied, courses and stuff. It was really cool.
I never really played any of those really old arcade games on the arcade back when I was a kid. It was mainly kind of games that were around at the time. I played older arcade games since then.
The thing is, the older arcade games, they were always there. I mean, you'd go into a place and, like I said, we had a caravan down in Herne Bay, and Herne Bay had all the seaside kind of amusements. And even though you'd have, the newer, let's say, Tekken 2 was out at the time, you could still find, a Pac-Man machine in there or a Donkey Kong machine in there.
I think I'm similar to Nick, though. I played mainly games that had come out when I was at that age. Yeah.
I thought you meant skinny and northern, because you are both. You are both that.
Well, yeah.
I think this goes back to what we were talking about before, whereas
graphics.
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 The arcades always used to be about getting much better graphics than you could get at home. And you weren't going to get that playing Missile Command or Pac-Man. You were going to get it playing Willow or playing Virtual Cop. We had Willow in Northgate Arena Swimming Baths in Chester.
What the
Fucking
hell?
brilliant.
What, based on the film?
On the film, yeah.
What was it?
It was a side scroller, Willow. Yeah.
I like you where you reel that off.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Prime
that?
example. You're gonna play Willow. Boom.
Are you saying that I'm going to have Willow on my list of?
It'll be on there, mate.
Main games.
You play Warwick Davis and you play Mad Morrigan, I think, on a later level.
Whoa!
Big.
Blowing my mind
That
right now.
sounds awesome.
It's hard as nails, though, as arcade games were.
Of
Yeah,
course.
suck up those. Well, I was going to say
Penises.
quarters, but yeah.
But you were thinking about dicks.
Well, when am I not?
Exactly, right?
Got this master head going around.
But yeah, I guess I didn't really play any of the older games because it was about the newer graphics, the better graphics,
Yeah.
the new games coming out that were just the chunky sprites.
I remember playing Alpha, Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Alpha.
when Chester Laser Quest got Super Street Fighter 2 in, and it had that cutscene at the start with Ryu in the darkness.
Oh
and
my
he's
God,
doing
that was so
and he does the
good.
fireball. It's like the best thing I'd ever seen. Watch that all day.
So good, wasn't it? Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what really attracted me to different arcade machines
Was it
the
the dicks?
well, every now and then I'd actually want to play the games, and then, to space out the dickage in my life. But no, the artwork on the arcade cabinets would also be one of the things that pulled me. Yeah, I was like, especially when they were covered in blood on the side. Always
Mortal Kombat stuff.
Yeah,
like
Mortal
that.
Kombat.
The Mortal Kombat arcade cabinets stand out, definitely.
It's so good that they put all that stuff in MAME. They
Oh, yeah.
have all that stuff in there.
That's
You
cool.
can download all the full
Also, the smell of a lot of arcades, which I now have grown up to find out was just smoke.
Yeah,
Just the smell of cigarettes.
Just the general atmosphere, sometimes unwelcoming, sometimes always kind of scummy and dirty.
Yeah.
You'd walk in and there'd be some I got
Why
into
did
a
they ever
fight,
die out?
Yeah, well, what happened to these places?
me and my mate got the shit beat out of us in Chester Laser Quest once because we got into we started warring with some lads in there.
You're talking about in Street Fighter?
No, this was actual
IRL?
fight. IRL, mate. We got into a proper fight in Laser Quest.
Maybe it was that moustache.
And like we got bus up, didn't we? You know, and but that's how it was. You know, you went into these arcades. It was a little bit rough, a little bit wee.
It was real.
You know, yeah.
A little bit.
None of this Xbox Live talking shit on headsets.
That's it.
You actually had a
Everyone's
fight with a
faceless, you know.
motherfucker.
Like everyone will cuss you on Street Fighter on Xbox Live, but if you sat down next to someone on Street Fighter on a cabinet, like you know,
Silence.
there was like a gentleman's agreement.
Actions speak
you know,
louder than
yeah,
words.
exactly. You know, and like whoever won. You know, there's none of this. Your mum's this, your mum's that. Like there was a gentleman's agreement in the arcade. You know, pretty much, unless a fight kicked off, which it did in that one time.
Although some people might, try and skip, put their 20p down,
Yeah.
or whatever. Stuff could kick off.
I was watching a bigger boy play Street Fighter or something like that once, and I accidentally pressed 2-player start, and he was fuming. He was like, and I was so little and so scared. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And then he went, well, you got to fight me now. And I went, what? Huh? I went, in the game. And I went, oh, in the game. Yeah, and I am happy to say. Oh no, I got beaten really quickly, really quickly and thoroughly.
After playing Street Fighter 2 on the SNES, going to the arcade, I could just not get my head around the arcade stick.
Yeah, I couldn't pull anything out at first, you know.
Jesus, Kye,
No
for the
quarter
last
circles.
time, get your mind off the dicks. It's not about getting your head around the arcade stick. That is just not. That's fucking horrible.
And Nick's over here
You're
trying
horrible
to pull
boy.
stuff out.
Yeah, trying to pull them stick.
But like, if you walk into an arcade these days, if you find one,
Forget
if you
about it.
fucking find an
Is
arcade.
Casino closed now as well?
No, like Good Street is still
Casino's
open.
still going,
yeah,
cool.
but if you walk into like any other that's not Good Street or
Namco.
Namco, because Trocadero is closed these days. It's mostly the light gun games or like novelty cabinets,
And they're like a
Or
pound.
if you
Yeah, and they're a
without
pound to
fail.
go.
Sega Rally or like another driving
Yeah.
game.
Like there's no there's nothing really. And if you go to Japan, like Japan's got arcades where there's like multi floors and
So
like
good.
they've got a floor dedicated to beat 'em ups, a floor for shoot 'em ups, a floor for music games.
And then 10 floors for pachinko.
Yeah, and 10 floors of pachinko at the top.
It's loud, pachinko.
Because like
Really loud.
it's not seen as like an old thing or a child's thing. Everyone just goes to the arcades.
It's a social thing.
Yeah, I mean, so many great memories like we've just sat here and gone through. But yeah, you say there's a lot of gimmicky cabinets, but I think back in the day it was really cool to have that kind of variety. You'd have Supersonic Blast Punch Man or whatever that game was called for your macho friend, and then you had the dancing stage Euromix for your gay friend. I was that one in my group. Air hockey. Obviously, air hockey is still kind of everywhere. But it was something for everyone.
Well,
It's like Kentucky Derby and things like that.
Yeah, it's fine to have those things, but like there was always lots of other things. Whereas these it seems like you've only got Final Furlong, you've got a light gun game, and you've got Midnight Racer.
Did you guys ever play? I know obviously everyone here would have played a light gun game once or twice, but did you ever play the Namco light sword game?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I did. We had that in my bowling alley. Yeah, the ninja one.
It's fucking brilliant with the infrared box.
Yeah.
Yes, I did play this.
Yes,
It was right next to.
good.
It was right next to.
I loved that game. It was so fucking responsive.
It was right next to Top Skater.
When in
Do you remember that? No. This is Bexley Heath Mega Bowl.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Bowling alleys were the fucking best place to get arcades, man.
My only
Speak to management. If
I think they
interaction with arcades was when we were on holiday.
Yeah.
Like yourself, Chris. We had the caravan, but it was in Brill, basically, and they had
Rill's a shithole, man.
yeah. Well, it was
Perfect place for a family caravan. Then.
It was in Towin, which is like outside of Brill, so it's not as much of a shithole. But they had a Time Crisis 2 cabinet for 30p a credit.
So good.
Me and my friend got the top score in 2-player, both of us at the top, and this was probably about 8 years ago. We got the top score. Last time I went was probably about 2 years ago. We were still
top.
number one.
What's so? It
Still
doesn't
number one
reset
after
when they
8
switch it
years.
off.
These are one of the
wicked.
rare ones that they didn't reset.
Because like when I was
switched
at uni, we had a point blank arcade in the uni.
So did we.
And I used to get top score every day, like religiously.
off. Next day, it's
And
gone.
next, because they switched it off and it'd go. So next they come back in, pound in.
Point Blank was a great
Point Blank was
Brilliant,
brilliant.
yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, it's a shame that we haven't seen like a resurgence of that on Wii or
Yeah,
on PlayStation Move or whatever.
I mean, even though like we're talking about how much we loved arcades, and even though I was gutted that Chocodile got closed down, I probably went there at most like twice a year.
Yeah, no, but that's because we've got a bit older. It is more of a younger thing to do. If you're outside of Japan, as Nick said, in the West, it's like a kid's thing to do, isn't it?
When I was like
Kid
11,
hangout.
12, 13, I used to go to like a bowling league on Saturday or something, and then have the arcade there. I'd play Virtua Cop 2 every day. For 6 months, I could 1cc it. Sick. And then I go to Chester Laser Quest. If I wasn't there, they'd have they had Killer Instinct. I'd pull off.
Killer fucking Instinct.
I'd pull off Orchid's 48 hit combo, man. Like hit that shit. Mortal Kombat 2, do all the death moves and shit like that. Super Street Fighter 2, murking people. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's good times, man.
You'd learn a lot about games as well. You'd see a lot of games that you'd never even heard of before. I mean, there's some memories that I have from arcade games. But I also showed you guys Windjammers the other day, didn't I?
Which was
Yes,
fucking
that was a good
brilliant.
game,
I can't
man.
believe I missed that.
A lot of
That's so
playability.
fun.
The Frisbee.
An SNK
Yeah.
Frisbee game.
Yeah.
It's surprising that arcade games are now non-existent in the West, considering gaming is bigger than it ever has been before. I mean, why do you guys think that the arcade scene outside of Japan is more or less completely dead?
Online gaming's probably got a lot to do with it.
That's true.
Because the arcade was the only time. I mean, obviously, you would have your mates round, but I didn't have a multi-tap, and I didn't know many people who did. So that was the first time I've had like a gaming experience where I was playing the same game with more than like just one other person. Like 4-player Turtles or something like that.
Those 4-player arcade cabinets were amazing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the Simpsons one was abound when
Simpsons,
we were young.
Yeah, I remember
X-Men, Turtles, they were all great.
I think I only ever saw the Simpsons one, but I remember it looked.
Unfortunately, when you play these games again, not all of them, but when you play games like the Turtles, the Simpsons, and the X-Men one, because that recently came out over Xbox Live, as did the Simpsons game, because they are just designed to suck up your money. When you play them at home, it's not great.
Yeah, and you got the infinite money, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to challenge.
It's not good. I mean, some games, a lot of games weren't like that, but too many were.
One game that does stand up is the Aliens vs Predator side-scrolling beat 'em up.
I knew that was where you were going, and I got a great memory attached to that. Like Bromley Quasar, where we used to go a lot. Me and my primary school friends. Like, I hadn't seen an Alien film or a Predator film. My parents were very strict about not letting me see those kind of films. So that was my first exposure to the Alien vs Predator franchise. Seeing that arcade game, and what more do you need? 2 Predators. I mean, I knew what Predators looked like. I knew what aliens were. 2 Predators, 1 girl, and a guy who isn't Arnie.
He does look like Arnie. Go back to Everyone Look Like It. He's
Oh, yeah,
Arnie.
you're right.
He has the fucking Terminator red eye as well.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Anyway, he's a big guy with a huge gun on his arm, and it's side-scrolling.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger with a gun on his arm.
He's not, and he's side-scrolling like Final Fight. I mean, what more do
And
you
it's
need?
like an anime Ripley is the chick.
Oh, what was that shitty light gun game that was everywhere? Area 51.
Oh yeah.
Now that.
Gosh.
Oh, and it was everywhere.
You could play it, man. You could play it. It was
must
it
have
was
been
all
so
right.
cheap.
Compared
It was
to
all right.
Time Crisis of Virtual Cop,
Yeah.
or even Lethal Enforcers.
Does anyone remember the live action?
Man, Lethal Enforcers was a great game.
Yeah.
The live action game. It was like in the Wild West. You had a rifle.
Quick Draw McGraw.
Quick, yeah, that was it. Quick Draw McGraw.
Yeah.
No, that was the cartoon as well.
Actually,
No, man. Quick Draw McGraw was live action, I think.
Was that what they called the game as well?
gentlemen,
That's the cartoon's quick draw.
I have the right answer.
Alright.
It's Mad Dog McCree.
Mad
Dog McCree.
McCree.
Now-
You're right. Yeah.
Lethal Enforcer.
But yeah, like heading back to why arcades are popular in Japan and not over here. Like, I don't know, this could be bullshit, but I think it's because like obviously over here we love FPS and stuff like that, playing online. I don't think that's quite as big in Japan, you know.
Well, I mean,
Like-
the Xbox failed in Japan.
Yeah, and like I don't know
is-
if this is a generalization, but to me it seems like they like their well, they're more prone to liking, say, your beat 'em ups, your fighters, stuff like that, which kind of like
Yeah.
I think those games were in the ascendancy as well. Like Japanese developers, their games were in the ascendancy in that time.
Yeah.
In the early 90s and things.
Oh, it's
And now
milking
it's more
of it,
sort
yeah.
of like Western games.
Yeah.
So
But
I
like,
guess they're
surely the
pretty
biggest
normal.
part though is just the graphics. Nowadays you just get such good games at home that it's not really the impetus to go out and.
Well,
play
that's the
them
thing.
at
But-
home.
Arcade games nowadays don't really look better than home games.
No, that's definitely true. But I still got, at a cinema, because they're not in cinemas anymore. I mean, at a cinema, a light gun, a little quick burst on Virtua Cop before you see a film. Why has that got so unpopular? I mean, if you kept the arcades there, I believe people would still play on them.
Yep. I was at a service
Alpine
station.
Racer,
Like I was in
the skiing one.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was in a service station in Truro last weekend, and I had a look around. Oh, there's a little video arcade part. It was all fruity machines, you know. There was not one.
All fruity machines.
All fruity machines.
That's the worst. When you were young, you'd spot what looked like an arcade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Go
it's
over
just-
in there, and it's just full of.
No, you know
You're
what's
right.
worse than that is when you spot a bunch of arcade machines, you go over there and half of them are not plugged in, the other ones don't fucking work.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
And that was a problem that I found a lot of times that in places that weren't dedicated to arcade machines, just like your bowling alleys, your cinemas,
Very poorly
they would
maintained.
have where the light guns where one of the guns wouldn't work.
If you
Or-
put a pound in and your light gun doesn't work.
Light
Yeah.
gun games are always off-centered, man. You had to
Yeah.
find where the aim was.
But
first,
you know
and then
you'd
adjust.
get those machines where it is just fucked, where you could be put. It doesn't matter what you did, it just
yeah,
would not register anything.
But it's like a lot of my memories from like say the age of 8 up to like fucking 15, 16. A lot of them when I'm out and about is like going to some kind of like bowling alley, cinema, arcade, something like that, and putting money into a light gun game, a beat 'em up, platformer, or something like that, you know. And there's none of that anymore. None of it.
I still think there's room for it as well. Like you don't see the latest Street Fighter. I mean, you'd see them in the arcade first, but now, I mean, I've seen Street Fighter 4 machines, but rarely. I think one was at Eurogame and the other one was in Japan. But I think there's still room for it. I think there's still a place for it. You know,
Well-
like I said, in cinemas, bowling alleys, I think they have.
I'd say like Street Fighter 4 machines is probably one of the main ones that came back really, you know, because like Street Fighter 4 was such a re-release, you know, it kind of like brought Street Fighter back, and like Trocadero had them, Good Street had them, and there was a queue around those cabinets, man, because they had their dedicated cabinets where you sit down.
But they still weren't
That's it.
scared everywhere else. That's the thing. They still didn't bring it
But
back. So
There was a time as well
other
that they
venues.
weren't going to do arcade edition ones either.
Yeah.
That was like a time. Yeah, I think they ended up upgrading the current cabinets.
But like, I remember when Street Fighter 4 came out, when it first came out, and like there was a queue in Trocadero, you know, there was like a crowd of people around just two machines, and you know, if you weren't shit hot, basically you were putting £1 in and then getting sent home
Walking,
straight away.
Metal Slug.
I'm sure you guys have all thought about this, like I have. But what, say in your lottery mansion, what arcade games would you put in your game room?
Definitely have Time Crisis 2.
Time Crisis 2 is my favourite light gun game of all time.
Yeah.
With that's something you could never recreate at home. You could have the gun, you could have the pedal, but it was the huge arcade cabinet.
Kickback.
The
pedals.
kickback is just fucking.
You on the blue
brilliant.
gun, your mate on the slightly more
No,
feminine.
but
Yeah, the
that's
pink
true.
dildo
It
gun.
was pink, but the wiser of the Time Crisis 2 players, and I can tell between you and me, that's me, Jamie.
Well.
You'd pick 2-player because 2-player gets that machine gun in level 1. When you got machine gun with those kickbacks. With
You
those
mean
guns,
it meant
so
you couldn't
fun.
keep your combo going?
So good. Yeah.
Amateur. Well,
Done you there, mate.
I have completed in the arcade, so that's pretty big
One
shit.
CC.
Don't know what that means.
One
I've done it without
credit
getting.
clear.
I've done it without getting
One point
hit.
clear.
You get 4 hits per credit. I've done it without getting hit.
You've done it without getting hit.
Yeah.
The whole game.
No hit clear. Wicked.
Well, I mean, autism does have its plus points, I guess.
I've done Virtua Cop 2 1cc in Chester Bowling Alley. Like after like 6 months of playing it once a week every week.
Do you remember
Playing with it, 1cc?
on one Games Master,
Martin Maders played 2 at once.
a guy played 2. You know his name?
Martin Maders, yeah.
Who is he?
He's the guy who played 2 at once. But he
That's-
failed, didn't he? He failed.
Yeah, he fucked up.
He failed
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
He failed pretty quickly. But yeah, Kai, what were you going to say about your arcade setup in your lottery mansion?
It would definitely have one of the old afterburner arcade cabinets where it tilted.
The whole swivel thing, like
Yeah.
John Connor's in. With his
Yeah,
mate, or
yeah,
whatever,
that was fucking awesome.
It's pimp.
This card's looking for you.
I'd have to have at least one 4-player cabinet. I'm trying to think. Maybe.
How many cabinets can we have? I just want to clear this.
You've won the lottery. There's no limit.
Oh fuck! Well then, yeah, we'll have fucking. I would get the Terminator 2 arcade game.
What, the shooter?
Yeah.
Is it,
I think I just liked the Uzis that it came with. No, that was Airwolf that had. There's one light gun game where it was just Uzis mounted.
that
to the
Terminator 2
cabinet.
had Uzis. I believe.
Alien
Yeah.
3 had an Uzi.
Yeah, they're pulse rifles.
Was it?
Yeah.
What
is
about
that- yeah.
Silent Scope?
Silent Scope.
No, see, I never liked Silent Scope.
I thought that was
I'd
shit.
get that light sword game. That was the
Silent Scope
Namco one.
Silent Scope was cool.
No, it was good, but it just. I
Something
didn't have
similar on the
patience
Wii
for
U
it.
might be interesting.
Silent Scope did come out for home consoles.
It reminded me too much of the
yeah.
Super Scope for the SNES, which I fucking hated.
Oh, well,
It
fuck
was so
you.
good. I had a little screen in there, zoomed in, and then you could spot on the main screen, zoom in.
Mate, if the Super Scope was so shit, how come Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo use it in the Super Mario Bros. Movie to defeat Dennis Hopper's Bowser? Didn't think you'd have an answer for that.
I like that film, man. I like that.
When
film.
is that
I
coming to
genuinely like
Blu-ray? That's what I want to know.
You don't like that film.
I do like that film.
No, you don't like
No,
that
it's
film.
not like Street Fighter. Street Fighter you can watch and it is enjoyable.
I saw
for
Street
its
Fighter on my
campness.
Jacks in the cinema. On my Jack Jones.
I fucking love that.
Come full
I
circle
still
now.
love the Street
Like,
Fighter movie.
So bad.
I'd have to have 4 Daytona 2 machines.
Yes.
Nice.
Because I love that theme park level. I
That's
think
a good
it was
shout.
the medium course. But yeah, you need 4 things. I'd like a proper dancing stage cabinet. I'm
Nice.
a big fan of them.
I'd want one of the Fist and North Star
With
games with
Sonic
the pad-
Blast kind of things.
Yeah, when the paddles come out, you have
Yeah.
to fucking hit them.
Ah,
that's
yeah,
good. That's a
yeah.
good game.
I would have a Street Fighter. I can't think which one, man. I don't know.
I think 2's a good shout. But
It'd be Super. If it's going to be 2, it'd be Super 2.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just have normal
Super
2.
Turbo or just Super?
just because you'd like to
Turbo.
walk through your house late at night when you're switching all the lights off to see that
Yeah.
rolling Ryu demo.
It'd be Super Turbo or maybe like an Alpha 2 or something.
Man, I'm completely with you on that, by the way. I'd jazz in my little fucking
Fucking
preview
brilliant.
peasant
Yeah,
pants
fucking
when I
brilliant.
first saw that.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
the
Super
best
Turbo,
thing ever.
I'd have Double Dragon just because I play that so fucking much, man. In Northgate Arena Swim in Bassenchester, I play that so much. And I've told you this before, Chris. I'm going to go on a little divert here. Me and my best mate at the time, I spent a lot of money like clearing that game. And you know Double Dragon, you play it together.
Yeah.
You got right to the end where the girl comes down, you got to fight each other. He pushed me off the cabinet and pulled my joystick down, so I went and died in the spikes.
That's
He
unbelievable.
oh no, that's
Fucking-
that is you get betrayal in the game and in real
Man
life.
was
there.
pissed, you know. Man was pissed.
Double Dragon as well.
Fuck, that's a friendship ending.
Well, yeah,
in my
I'd get
book.
Double Dragon, Super Turbo, and I'd get Beatmania.
I'd rather be
Trick
called a
Road.
online than have someone do that to me.
Yeah.
I mean, were you friends with him after that?
For a little bit.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah, no, that's
Then he
the-
moved school. And
for me. That'd be a signal that the guy is a.
But yeah, Double Dragon, Super Turbo, and Beatmania 20 because it's HD.
I'd have Time Crisis 2, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd have a Metal Slug game.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Not sure which one.
shout.
Probably 2. Or X.
Ikaruga as well for me. Sorry, I just got to put that in.
Obviously. Fair enough. And I'd probably have Alpha 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm going to say Radiant Silvergun over Ikaruga just because I'm.
Did that have an AC release?
Yes, I played it in Japan. I played it in Japan for the first time
okay,
on
fine.
arcade. Well, what you'd want a MAME-esque setup, wouldn't you? So
Ideally, yeah.
You want a 4-player cabinet that could play Turtles, Simpsons, AVP.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs as well.
Cats and Dads.
Yeah. But like, if I had a cabinet at home, I'd have it so you still had to put money in, but
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would just come out straight away, you know? Because like,
Yeah.
it's that you want that whole action of like putting a coin in, hearing the credits go. Bling, bling,
Yeah, just
bling,
waiting
bling.
those few seconds and
Yeah, yeah.
bang. Back
Just hitting that money in and then bang. You
Love
know,
that
don't
shit.
get that anymore.
We completed Sunset Riders, didn't we?
We
Last
did.
time you guys were
Yeah.
here.
2 weeks
Sunset
ago.
Riders is a great
Good
game.
times.
Really great game.
I'd never played it before.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
game.
very good,
Great
very
game.
Yeah, good.
And we tried to play Gauntlet, but that didn't work. That ROM didn't work. I was a bit sad about that because I've never played proper 4-player Gauntlet before.
Oh, that's awesome.
Also, just before we close up this episode, pinball machines were also big as well. You know,
Fucking love him.
I would like a pinball machine.
Like-
Definitely.
The Terminator 2 pinball machine is probably my favourite.
my dad owns the Star Trek TNG pinball machine, and it's amazing
That's good.
because all the cast like recorded dialogue specifically for
Nice.
it.
The card and that shit.
They're all in it. The worst thing about these pinball games is the upkeep. Now they break down all of the time because obviously there's so many moving
Is it
parts. in
springs
there.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, shit breaks down. I mean, there's always something. Every time I go back to my parents' house, something different is broken with it. The last time I went back, the thing that was broken was that it said that my dad had the high score. So something's gone wrong there. But yes, I mean, the whole arcade experience is something that's that kids today won't ever understand, and they're spoiled, aren't they? with
Fuck
their
them
online
anyway,
gaming?
eh? Fuck them.
I do.
Yeah.
Little shits.
That's what Savile did.
And on that note,
And apparently Rolf Harris.
yeah.
What?
Heard the shit today?
I heard that today, but I couldn't
Believe
find
it.
anything on the
Look at
internet
that-
about
look at-
it.
look at that
like
beard.
Fen told me, and he said that he heard it from a good source. I said, who?
Who's your good source
Yeah, I
for
said,
Rolf Harris
who's your
radio?
good source, man? And he said, oh, just someone here. And there's nothing on the internet about it.
Operation Wolf.
And that was episode 38 of the Ready Game Fire podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you to the mini bosses, as always, for providing the soundtrack to Ready Game Fire. Nick, I think you're especially going to like the intro music to this particular episode.
Is it Bucky O'Hare?
I'm not saying anything else. Like
Batman.
I said,
It's Batman, isn't
I'm not saying anything else.
I found my Batman NES cartridge when I was at home last week. I
shit.
brought it back to London with me.
Have you got a NES here?
I've got a NES. I bought one 2 weeks ago.
Playing that shit.
Yeah. Now you need to get Silver Surfer as well.
That's it.
Anyway.
The game's shit, but the music's awesome.
Anyway, like I said earlier on, you can now catch us on the Universal Takeover Network. They are an internet radio station, and we go out Mondays, and I've always wanted to say this, we go out 8, 7 Central.
Nice.
Still don't know what that means.
It's the different time zones in America.
I lived in America for 6 months, so...
Do you want to
Doesn't
just put your headset on instead of holding it on?
No, I want to pretend that I'm on. I'm doing Band-Aids.
What did I tell you? You can find our podcasts day in, day on the Ready Game Fire YouTube channel. That's right, Nick, a Ready Game Fire YouTube channel. That's Ready Game Fire on the YouTube website.
Are you going to get the full URLs for these? Like they used to, like 5 years ago on television. www.http:/.
If you want to find us on YouTube, it's AOL keyword Ready Game Fire.
Oh, fucking hell.
And obviously on iTunes, please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps us out a great deal. If you want to email us to get your thoughts onto our podcast, it's contact@readygamefire.co.uk. Please like us on Facebook, and please follow us on Twitter. It's Ready Game Fire on both of those. It's goodbye from us now, so it's goodbye from me, Chris Fox. Goodbye. Goodbye from Kye Connolly.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Jamie Rathbone.
Ta-ra.
And goodbye from Dick Nearing.
See ya!
Mike's like, oh no, I'm going to a Keen gig, but it's Alison's thing, it's all for Alison. And then his Facebook pictures posted last night, screw you guys, I'm keen about Keen, bed-shaped, spiralling, great stuff.
Like, so I'm packing all my shit up and I found the Galaxy 2 tutorial disc that you get. Do you remember that?
Don't throw that away.
I never watched it, but...
Well, why would you? You're not 4.